how's it going? Thanks for checking out another video. I'm still coming to you from my brand new studio here in Astoria. Still working on getting that studio tour video up soon, but first I wanted to do a couple of videos before that as I get my studio ready to take video of. If you checked out last week's video, which if you haven't yet, you can check it out right here, I shot my last roll of Fujifilm Pro 400H, and I thought, why not make another video, and I also brought another roll with me on that day I walked around, of some expired Kodak Portra 400NC that I bought a few months back. And I brought that with me on my journeys while I was walking around taking photos for the Pro 400H video. I also, when I was done with those, I loaded this roll of Kodak Portra 400NC expired film in with me and took a couple of shots at the place I was for the Pro 400H video. But then also when I was done, I traveled to my cousin's cabana at Malibu on Long Beach. So I've made Kodak Portra 400NC videos before, and just a little bit of background for the Portra 400NC. Back in the day, there used to be two versions of Kodak Portra. There was Portra 400NC and then Kodak Portra 400VC. Now the NC meant neutral color, which is the one I'm using right now, we're talking about right now. The other version, vivid color, was Kodak Portra 400, but more vibrant, saturated colors for the consumer. I've never shot that roll of film because I personally like more muted pastel colors. That's why I've stuck with the NC versions. But one day I probably will pick up a roll of VC and just see what it's like. But in this video, we're gonna look at some photos I took with the Kodak Portra 400NC and walking around Malibu. So let's dive into the photos and take a look at my day spent using Kodak Portra 400NC. So as you can kind of see right away, you can kind of notice that it is very neutral colored. The colors of the sky and the trees and all of the other things in the photos are still very like pastel and very muted colors. They're not super bright and saturated as you would find in other film stocks like Ektar and Kodachrome. But I love, I love taking this kind of film out because when I was at the Malibu Club, it almost felt like these photos go back in time to the 70s and the 80s because the colors that you were getting and just also the iconic kind of architecture that's at the Malibu cabanas kind of makes it feel like you're stepping back in time when you're taking a look at these photos. Again, I really like this film stock. I think it's actually a really fun, great, interesting film stock. It's expired, so the only way you're really gonna get it is if you find some on eBay. You can get a box for like, I think like 50, 60 bucks. It's a little bit more expensive, and try to find ones that have been cold stored because that means they'll last longer and work longer. But I really love shooting expired film. I did a whole video on 4 different expired films. One I think was Portra 400NC. You can actually check that video out right here. I shot that a while back. But I really love shooting expired film. It kind of makes me feel like I'm going back in time and really just seeing what film stocks were like before I got into film myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really like the photos. Maybe it inspires you to go out and buy some Portra 400NC yourself. If you do, I would love to see those photos. But please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Remember to go out there, just shoot, and I will see you in the next one.